Is reselling officially dead? Let's run the numbers. So hello guys, welcome back to another video here in the channel. So you already know what this video is all about, so shout out to all of you that are giving me support on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. My YouTube is still growing, so any type of support is really much appreciated. So thank you so much guys. By the way, visit my socials. You can check my Instagram. I do outfit pics, styling videos, sneaker content, everything that you can imagine you can find on my Instagram. So take a look and maybe give me a follow and subscribe to the channel. So now let's get to the actual important bit, right? So I think this video will be important because I feel like finally we are getting into a phase where we can buy our sneakers. Let me give you some examples. So here are 4 examples, and I have 2 more which are even more hype. So these are examples that maybe reselling is finally dead. I mean, of course it's not totally dead, but let's actually go and see for how much I have actually got these shoes. So let's go one by one and let's actually run the numbers and see if it is dead or not. So the first one, guys, can you guess how much I paid for this shoe? And keep in mind, this is a Union collab with Jordan, right? And not just that, this is probably one of the best Jordan 1 colorway, which is the Chicago colorway with the touch of the shadow, of course, Union. And I've actually got the Union laces on. But, do you imagine how much I paid for this shoe? I paid retail. And I bought this shoe like 2 months after the release. At least 2 months after the release. I can't even count anymore, but I paid retail on this shoe. So it's crazy to me that such iconic Jordan 1 that probably we see in future years. I was able to grab this by retail. I mean, this is a Chicago colorway with Union collabing, and everything that Union had their hands on, you'd probably pay way over retail, probably at least 50% more over retail. It's not the case, so maybe that's just me being me, but maybe it's the time, if you actually want to get some sneakers and build your collection with a fair price. I think this is the time to pull that trigger and to go buy those sneakers. So another example, guys. So this is actually, I think you know what this shoe is. So these are the Laker Jordan 4s or Imperial Blues or whatever the name that Nike gave. But for us, this is the Laker Jordan 4s, right? This shoe, right? And by the way, yes, I did a lace swap and they look fire with a lace swap. But again, this shoe doesn't remind you any other shoe. It does, right? This is like almost seems like a dupe from the Jordan for friends and family from the Travis friends and family Jordan 4. So, guys, I've paid under retail on this shoe. I've paid, and it wasn't just under retail like €5 or $10 or whatever. I've paid 150 on this shoe. 150. That means I've paid less 59 euros in euro prices, so less 59 euros, right? That's crazy to me. I've paid 150 for this shoe that is quality is amazing. In terms of quality, it's pretty nice. I mean, the suede could be a little bit better, but it's pretty great. And you have the Nike Air on the back, which is even better, right? You have the Nike Air on the back, which is great. I mean, you have an iconic shoe, a purple colorway. So again, this is just another example. Another example, give me a second, would be my Jordan 1 Chicago lows. So come on, the lows, these are the OG Jordan 1s. Like, you have the big swoosh, you have everything that you need. And these are probably, these are going fully under retail. You can grab this shoe for almost nothing, right? So that's crazy to me. And we are actually seeing an example right now with the Ben Jordan 1 lows. So the Ben Jordan 1 lows are actually going almost under retail. And that's crazy to me because that's an iconic colorway, which is the bread colorway. It's an iconic shoe, and lows, they are, they are actually expensive, some lows. So what actually makes the difference right now in the market? Are these the resellers or are these collabs what actually makes the difference? So another example. Here we get the Jumpman Jacks from Travis Scott. So I've paid under retail for this shoe. which is even crazier to me because this is a Travis shoe. So paying under retail for a Travis shoe is actually crazy, really crazy. And I just didn't bought this under retail. I actually bought these ones as well. Okay, so these two were under retail. And I mean, guys, come on, these are Travis shoes. So is this just about resellers, doing their thing and picking up what they need to wipe on? Or is this some strategy on Nike? What actually is happening? I will give you my opinion, okay? So my opinion is actually, let me just put these shoes down. And by the way, another shoe, another example, right? You have this one, the Levi's Jordan 4. I mean, go look at these are, sorry, not Jordan 4, Jordan 3. So the Levi's Jordan 3. I've actually just bought another pair for the year of the horse, the colorway, because it's full Danny, so it's crazy. But this shoe, the quality on this shoe is crazy, and it's a Levi's collab. So what actually makes a shoe decreasing in price? So let's get to the point. First one being, and this is really clear. The first one being that collabs do get more hype. They do worth more money. Now, is just the collabs between Nike, Jordan, and all of that, like Travis, enough to drive an hype of the shoe? I mean, it was back in the day. It's not just that anymore. So now you actually have more a wide range of choices. So looking at Travis, right? You do have the typical Jordan ones, Jordan 1 lows that they are always with a huge resale price, and then you have his new model, which is the Jumpman Jack, and you have also have the Zoom Jacks. My bad. So, I mean, why didn't those get hyped? I don't even see. There's just one or two Jumpman Jacks colorways that actually got a decent resale price. But other than that, they are pretty standard. You can get them by retail. There's a lot of discounts on other websites and other stores that you can get them by under retail. So it's actually crazy to me that that's happening. But there's a key thing, which is it's not just hype and collabs right now. It's more than that. You have hype and collabs, of course, but you also have colorways, right? You also have the taste of the actual people that buy those sneakers. So and that's clear, right? Not everyone will wear this sneaker, right? Not everyone can actually put these sneakers and rock them, and style them in a way that they can use it every week, for example. So it requires some, styling stuff, if you get my point. And the colorway is really important. So if there's a good collab and a nice colorway, yes, that may get to a huge resale price, but it's not just that, it's also marketing. And why do I say it's also marketing? Because I mean, so you have the brick by brick force. It's a stunning colorway, stunning colorway. I love that you actually have that, you right. I'm looking at it. But it's also marketing. So there was a lot of marketing with the Nigel collabs, right? So again, I think we are going two way on the collabs, but you get my point. So you have the collabs driving the price, you have the colorways driving the price, and you have, for me, the hugest factor of them all, which is the stock. So whenever resellers see a low stock, they see a win opportunity, right? They put their bots, they put all of their stuff to try and get that shoe. But Nike has been tricking resellers a lot, and that's also a huge factor that is switching the market, which is Nike is lying on their stock numbers, right? So for example, the VAAs, there was a lot of speculation on the actual stock. There were pages saying that it will only be 2K pairs, on stock worldwide. There were pages saying that it was 10K. The stock was definitely wider, because I know a lot of my friends that got W's, and we know that there were a lot of raffles, a lot of opportunity, right? But not just with those sneakers. For example, the Levi 4s, the Levi 3s that we just got and I've shown you, there was speculations on the stock as well. There was a tentative of the resellers to drive the price up. So if you actually go check the history of the Jordan 3 Levi's, can be the black colorway or whatever colorway, you will see that the prices were high up there. They were almost at $300. So that's also a really important point. Nike is finding a way of tricking the resellers. So that's actually nice. Now, another factor that I think it's really important is of course multi-collab space, which is, you know, now for example we just had, and you can see on a previous video, we just had, you know, the Union LA with Fragment. So, you know, two big names collabing in a shoe, which is quite outstanding. But was that enough to actually drive the price to a huge resale price? No, it wasn't. And again, why is that? It's clear that is a lot of factors, right? The stock, the colorways, and the resellers itself. And not just that, there are more stuff in the market now. So a lot of resellers, and yes, I do have friends that are resellers, they actually get, you know, they are trading other stuff like Pokemon and, you know, electronics and stuff. They are not only focused on sneakers, because the return on sneakers is actually being quite low. Sneaker models like, for example, this one, they will definitely get high in price with the time. So this is your opportunity, guys. And that's it, guys. Just leave your opinion in the comments. Let's speak about it. I love speaking about this subject, actually. And thank you so much, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.